Hi everyone, welcome to Weeding Secret. Today we are making snowflakes and snowballs as promised. I've got my snowballs that you saw me make in the embeds video. I've got the snowflakes also in a bag that we made in the embeds video. Keeps them nice and soft if you keep them in a bag. We are using fluorescent blue violet from TBK Trading. It's a beautiful slightly lilac-y blue, which of course hyacinth is. And we're going to start with a layer of white on the bottom. Then we're going to have a blue mixed with titanium dioxide layer in the middle, and on the top we're going to have no titanium dioxide and just the blue directly into the soap there. So I've got 1800 mils of soap base ready to go. Just giving it a good mix. The fragrance is absolutely magical for Christmas. It's so sparkling. Love it. You see it has a slightly yellow tinge to the colour. And then we're going to pour that straight into the mould. It soaks beautifully, this fragrance, so you'll get a nice smooth layer, but I actually don't want a smooth layer for this soap. I'm going to make it, I'm going to untidy it up a bit. So I'm just going to let it thicken. So I've got a tool here that I'm going to layer the soap with. I don't know whether to go this way or this way because the soap, the mould is longer this way than it is this way. So I don't know whether I'm going to have narrower. I think I prefer a narrower soap just for a change. So I'm going to do it this way. I've never done that before, and I'm just going to scoop that into the jug, and we can just use it for the next layer. So that's it. All I did was just let it thicken up a bit. So I'm hoping we're going to have bumps in the soap. I don't know whether I dare. No, I'm not going to touch it. Right, I'm just going to pour some more soap into the jug. I don't think you can see it, can you? And I'm going to put 1400 in this time. And we want some titanium dioxide in there. I'm going to pop a heaped spoonful of this gorgeous blue in there. I don't know if I need any more yet, but if I do, we'll come back to it. I'm leaving the fragrance a surprise, so when you buy it and you open the box, it'll have a gorgeous, gorgeous smell. Just give it a good blend because it has got blue speckles in there. And I think we'll be okay leaving it like that, and we're just going to pour it all the way over. And then this is where the snowball part is going to come into play. I'm just going to drop those in there. What I love about the slab moulds is when you cut them, you can actually see the decoration down the side of the slice of soap. I've had these a year now. If you watch my videos, you'll remember me showing the unpacking. So I've had them a long, long time. This is literally the first time I've used it. So I'm just spreading them out evenly because I don't know, you know, obviously I want balls in every single slice. And I want as many balls in there as I possibly can, but I want to save some for the top as well. So just make as many balls as you can, then you know you're going to have enough. As many as you can be bothered to do. If you want to see the video where I made the balls, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Or I might be able to put it in the video right now. On the video, you can just click on it. If I've got any areas where it looks a little bit bare, I'm just going to put one in each of those as well. And what I'm going to do is I want to make it not so level, so I'm just going to mess it up a bit with a spoon. It's not ready yet. I guess I could, yeah, I could just do that, couldn't I? That'll do, and then we'll mix the next layer. I could just mix it in there. No, I'll pour it into the jug and then you can see it. Seems to be working perfectly up to now, and I want it really strong, so I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of that blue in. Just going to use the spoon actually. What the spoon does, if you don't know, is it just stops the soap that you're pouring on making a large indentation into the soap that's below, and it means you can pour the soap closer to the soap that's underneath. My batch size is absolutely perfect with embeds for the size, the height of this soap, because when I put the embeds in, it's going to come right up to the top of the silicone mould that's in there. So they do come with the silicone mould. You can buy them without the silicone mould, I think. Oh, sorry, look, I've gone and missed it. There it is. Sorry about that. So, I don't know, I think I'll put the snowflakes in first. I don't know whether to put them in yet or just let it thicken up a little bit. I think I'll let it thicken up a little. It's actually darker in real life than it is in the video. Okay, so I'm just going to take a spoon and check the thickness of it. It's not ready yet. Scrape that off the side there. We'll be able to push that up with the embed so that that's up nice and flat up against the side. Okay, so we're going to put the snowflakes on now, and obviously you're not going to get a full snowflake on each soap. I've got a lot. I'm just wondering because I want to put the balls on as well. I haven't got that many balls, so I also don't want them to be level, so I'm going to put them on and push them down one side so they're at an angle coming up like this. There might not be room to put any balls on. But we'll see, we'll see. There's the problem. So we get all the way up there. I'm gonna have to, yeah, all we'll do is we'll just cut them. And then might spread this layer, spread them out a bit more. Right, now let's just put the balls in where there are gaps. Although it took a long time to make the embeds, well, it didn't really, did it? It hasn't took long to put the loaf of soap together. I'm just wondering what the heck I'm talking about. I'm such a dummy sometimes. Little ball for that corner. And there we are. Now of course this type of soap wouldn't be any good without any glitter, and I'm just going to use the white glitter. Plenty of it on there, because of course Snowflakes and Snowballs are beautifully glittery. If you glitter the snowballs before you put them in the soap, sometimes it creates a layer in between the embed and the poured soap, and it can just pop out, so that's why I'm just doing it on top like this. That looks really nice. It's totally different to anything I've ever done. Probably would have been nice if I'd put a bit of colour in the centre of the snowflake, but I'm not going to. But it's maybe something you can do. So let's have a closer look at that. And let's hope when it's caught it looks awesome. I'm liking it so far. Okay, let's unmold this thing. I don't think I'll need to unscrew this, so I'm just going to see if I can just dip it out. No, I'm gonna, I guess if I just tipped it upside down, no, I'm gonna unscrew it. I see. So the flap just comes down on the side, and then I guess we just lift it out like that and then unmold it. Oh, the colours are looking good. So tastic. or in Geordie, soap-tastic. So the silicone's very pliable. Oh yes, I like it. It's just a little bit harder to manoeuvre than the loaf moulds because the weight of 2 soaps, and then I can easily see which side I ribbed. So there's the ribbing along there. So the other good thing about this mould is it fits onto the mould shop slab mould cutter. Soap slab cutter. Slab soap cutter. Slab soap cutter. So I'm just going to pop that on there like this. And let's cut it. So I need a ruler first. To measure it. I'll just move the camera around here. Right, so the loaf on this side is 29.5 centimeters. So I know each I'm going to cut it into 4 sections, so I know each section needs to be 7.3, about 7.4 centimeters. 7.4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But really, this is the end I need to put the markers on, because that's where I'll be cutting from. It's so funny, like the first time I'm going to do anything, it gets me a bit nervous, but it's working out well. I'm thrilled that this actually fits on to the slab mould, because I was expecting it only fitting one way, but it's actually amply sized. So the marker I made at this end, there's an indentation. I'll just show you. Here there's an indentation here, so I'm putting the mark I made right in the middle of that, so I know exactly where it's going to cut. And then the indentation I made at this end, all I need to do is line it up with the wire. So let's firstly cut it into lengths. That's it, perfect. It's gone straight through the marker I made. I've missed it ever so slightly at this end, but that's okay. And so we need to take off this and that. Oh! Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. So let's cut the next one. And just slide it across the tray like that until your marker's in the right place. And then let's cut loaf 2. The reason I'm cutting it narrower than my normal slices is I just want it to be a narrower, thicker soap so it's deeper. There's cut 2. Can't see the mark there. So you see the embeds probably about, well, they're actually a few weeks old now, the embeds, and because I kept them in the bag, they're still nice and soft to cut through. If I made the embeds and I left them out to cure, they might not cut with the wire after 3 weeks, but they do if you keep them in the bag, so that's great. And there's cut 3. And of course we don't need to make another cut, so there's the last one. I love the colour, I love the colour. Right, so now it's time to cut them into slices, and I need them to be at least 150 grams because every slice of soap I sell is a minimum of 150 grams. 2 inches would be too big probably. I wonder what 1.5 inches would be like. They're usually depth-wise 1.25 inches ish. I'll just try one at 1.5 inches and see how that goes. I think it might be too big, but I'll just set my scales. So I see what we're going to have to do here. Just get a knife. just sticking out slightly. So I'm just going to cut a slice off this end. I think 1.5 inches is going to be massive. And that's what it looks like. See how the ridge worked on the bottom? That worked really well. I could have done it here, but I think it's nice that it's 2 different textures. Right, let's weigh this one. $214. So it is going to shrink a bit. So let's go with that. That's our next slice. And this is what I like about it, that you get the balls down the side like this. So you see every piece has got balls and at least some snowflake on there, and even though it's not a whole snowflake, it's still big enough that you can tell what it is. So we'll just continue cutting away. Loving the size, it's nice and chunky. Be interesting to see how many slices we get out of a loaf. That's a good one, isn't it? It's like a little new moon there. So that size 1.5 is just perfect, because we've ended up with not a great big slice and not a slice that's too small. So we'll continue with that. Excuse me. Okay, here we are. This is all the soap sliced up. As you can see, it's looking good. I really like it. The blues turned out beautiful. And this will be available on the website very, very soon. I'll see you all very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye for now.